I'm not sure if it's my earliest memory, but we were very inventive as young children. We used to get a plank of wood and create a shop. So we'd have empty cans of peas and beans or whatever, and we'd just create all these characters, shopkeepers, people coming in to buy, just very simple, out in the middle of the country, just out in the fields in the evening.
My mum had left school when she was 14. I think my dad had left school when he was 14 as well. Presumably at first he would have worked on the farm, and that's what my mum did as well. She worked on the family farm. And then in January of 1952, her younger sister, so her sister Alice, came over here, where they already had another sister who was living in Willesden, and 3 of their brothers were in London. And so her sister Alice got a job at the pub in Neaston. Okay. So actually when a vacancy came up there, my mum's sister, she wrote to let my mum know there was a vacancy. So that's why, really, my mum, she already had work in Ireland. She used to say to us she came here for a good time.
I come over, I always remember it. It was a February day in 1982, and I left Derry, and I went by boat actually, and then on train, and it was absolutely awful really, because it was just so bleak. And then I got to Euston, and I always remember it was a big massive place. Jesus, I couldn't believe the amount of people, and I was just standing. I had to wait for this guy called Michael, and he was coming to meet me, and I was waiting, and I said, oh my God. And then he suddenly came, and I was so glad to see him. And I says, what have I done,
Leaving Belfast, it was a hell of a culture shock actually, It just opened your eyes. It was like another world in some ways,
Well, it was a lovely time because you could get a job anywhere. No matter what you wanted, no one could go hungry or anything like that, You could get digs because there was these boards up in the shop windows and then in hairdresser shops.
You wouldn't believe the hours that I put in at that time, and other people, other men as well as me that came from Ireland, the hours we would work. I would work sometimes up to 100 hours a week.
It was quite hard when we first come over and again, the signs, no Irish, no black, no blacks, no Irish, no dogs and all that, I remember that. And I think it was quite hard for my mum. My mum and dad had really strong accents, and what have you, and they never ever lost their accents, which is wonderful. But my friends couldn't even understand my mum, what have you, they thought she was speaking a different language, what have you.
Well, as I say, it can be tough going at times, particularly when you're on your own. It can be, an uphill battle at times, and not everyone's sympathetic to you, shall we say, either, but I was strong enough to come through it.
Then I was very lucky. I passed my test just a couple of months after my 17th birthday, and I had my own car. I was very popular in the dance hall on a wet night. I'd always have 7 or 8 people to leave home on a wet night. I wasn't so popular on a dry night. That was the Galtimore, and there was another one in Kilburn. There was 10 dance halls I could go to within half an hour of Cricklewood in the 60s.
I'd never seen my parents cry until, somebody passed away in Ireland, or her sister in America. My dad's sort of went one by one, and as I say, he was the last. But he was, very proud of us. They were both very proud to be Irish.
People say the cliche, life is a journey. But my goodness, it is a journey. All the magnificent and wonderful people, and challenging and difficult people you'll meet in your life. All the places you'll go, if you're lucky. Ireland is definitely in my heart.